Hey, what's up? 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 Welcome to another unhinged rant on the second channel. Seems that's all we do these days. But this time I don't have a face cam. I just didn't really, feel like it. To be honest, I just didn't really, feel like doing it. Yeah, I didn't really feel like doing it. Didn't really feel like getting it popping with a face cam at this moment in time. And that's just me. I really like that. I don't know if anyone noticed, by the way, on my thumbnails that I was going to make them like in a way where it's like the video is like in like good, or it has like a point to it, but I have a stupid face each time. Every time I recorded or took a picture for the thumbnail, I would always have either a face that fits it, like it just kind of fits it, or just one that's goofy and dumb. Either way, I wanted it to be at least a little bit goofy and a little bit fitted, and everyone kind of fits that. Usually it was more kind of chill towards the end, but towards this point. But once it got to, like, for example, like sometimes this one right here, that one's a little goofy. This one's a little goofy. I remember recording that one trying to get stupid, just like looking at the camera like that. And then from that point on, it was just mostly like that. This one's a little goofy. This one's a little goofy. This one's a little goofy. This one's kind of goofy, but it's like also kind of cute or serious. Or I don't know why I'm saying it's cute, but I can say things are cute, even if it's myself. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of the ego. As in, like, caring about, I mean, like, oh, it's like kind of sus for you to say that, like, about you, where that's like you love yourself too much. Some like, stop complimenting. Well, you can't compliment yourself. Anyways, that one's supposed to be like whatever type of. That one's like, okay. This one's also kind of wholesome. Both of these are wholesome. Not supposed to be goofy. This one's just a skit, but this one was supposed to be. Of course, this is also an experiment. Goofy. All of them. They're all supposed to be for the memes. Especially recently, like I'm saying, like look at the newest one, bro. Look at all these ones at the top, like set to this one. Like they're all just stupid. I was just doing it, just making it stupid. If you haven't realized by this point, this video is a meta video. In fact, I've made meta videos before. It's just that it's like, I don't make them too often, and I don't usually talk about stuff around my channel too often because it's sort of just for me and mine alone. It's for me to think about and talk about. Nor have I really been thinking too much about stuff like that, but I used to make videos talking about stuff related to the channels at certain times when I was really into the channel and its growth and all the stuff around it. And it actually is it was fun, actually, if I'm being honest. It was fun to do that, to just talk about the channel. And I had a couple videos just talking about like certain stuff on the channel. Of course, they're out of date at this point, as these videos often end up being. But for the time, they served as a moment for me to kind of vent my, frustrations and all the stuff around what I was talking about, or good stuff that I learned. I had a video where I was talking about my frustrations with certain stuff about how to do good reactions, as well as, I had, time. Let me play a video while I'm talking here, so we don't, so it doesn't get a little odd here. You know what I'm saying? That's my recommended. Let me just go ahead and readjust this so it looks a little better. Alright, wait, wrong thing. Sorry. Live, by the way, unedited as well. I don't plan on editing this because that's how these videos work. Gotta stay true to the video, Gotta really stay true to the video at hand. Alright, there we go. That's good enough. Just have a video play while I'm talking. So we'll pretend like I agree with that. Let me go ahead and mute it. But let me just like talk in the camera. Let me put it like 2 times. Just so it's like, just kind of just saying whatever. It's like a fast speed. So, just, anyways, what I was going to say is, there's times where, and I'll kind of switch in between them. So there's times where I will be, on my channel, and there's a bunch of different types of videos that I've been making. And, I found that, in my opinion, there is a... Oh, actually, before I get into that, let me finish what I was saying. I'm trying to remember what I was trying to say. It's unedited, so... Anyways, I said previously on my channel that I did those other videos. My second video that I made, one video was about my frustrations, like I said, with the React type of content I was making. And the other was more of less of frustration, but more of like a thing where I discovered something. I made like a really good thumbnail, and I was talking about how good that thumbnail was and my ideas for that, and just all the stuff around that. I was like, okay, well, I think I've discovered some ways to do better video stuff and make them more clickable, all the different stuff. So I've talked about this kind of stuff before. I just don't really talk about it that much. So I want to talk about it again. And that's why this video isn't necessarily a, video that's fitting the vibe of these channels, of this channel right now, but it's actually a message to say, and throughout the whole video that I'm going to record here, I'm going to get to my point about how, in general, there's, not really a need to fit a quota, like to fit you got to make it a certain way. And I'm showing that with this video, because it's not a video that's fitting these videos that are, I feel like it would help others too, and it'll help me at the end of the day. But, I had this, or I've had, not only had, but even just recently have this, kind of semi-savior complex. So with my videos, I'll have like an idea that I have to save everyone, And if, funny enough, like it touches on my video. Here it is. You're not the savior. You're not the savior. It touches on that video. In fact, I believe that's why I made that video, because I felt like I had to be. I felt like that was my calling. I had to be the savior, but it's not my calling. As Kendrick would say, I'm not your savior. And it's like, sure, in that song that Kendrick was talking about, he said, I'm not your savior. He had his own specific things regarding that. But what I mean when I say like I'm not your savior, I'm straight up saying, hey, here's who is. I'm telling you who is. I said, I'm not your savior. Jesus is, bro. Jesus is your savior. That should be how it is, not me. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? It's like I can't do all that. I'm but a man. What am I finna do? I can't do all the saving. I can help, but whatever things I can even do isn't even through my own power. So it's only through God's power. That's the only things that give me any power to do anything. Anything regarding what I say, what I do, the fruits of the Spirit. That's not me, bro. That's not me. All this info in the videos, it's not me. It's not me who gave me that. I didn't get this wisdom for myself. That thumbnail, these thumbnails every time is so funny. But here's what I'm trying to get at. Often we will find ourselves, in this place where we feel like we have to do a certain thing, do a specific thing. That this is the thing we have to do. We have to fit this quota. We have to fit this specific goal or specific thing that you believe people want from you. That you have to save everyone. That my videos have to be the things that save everyone. And it kind of gets rid of the creativity that I can put into videos if I think I have to fit a specific type. And that even goes for videos, like I could say like, hey, I want to make content. And I'm going to say this. I want to make content that isn't explicitly just about faith. Right? Maybe it doesn't even mention it. But if I say that, certain people who are in the communities or elsewhere will be like, what? You're... Okay. Sorry. Antivirus came up for some reason at this exact moment. Right in this moment, it decided it wanted to do that. Anyways. So, I'll be like, when that time, like, people want these things from you, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do what everyone wants me to do, or for this quota that everyone wants me to fit. You feel like you have to fit a quota. Like, I have to do this thing. This is what they want. I have to make Christian content. Everything I make has to be explicitly for that. But if I ever say, hey, I want to make, just some entertaining, not even like bad content, not like worldly, like, oh, bad content that's like super, like, for example, like lustful, or like making you do bad thing, or telling you to do bad things, or giving a bad message, whatever it is. negative content. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about still positive content, but I don't got to talk about, you know, like specifically like faith stuff. I can talk about other stuff that I'm interested in. So I can talk about, for example, on this channel, we're talking about like, you know, like movies and shows and different stuff that I'm interested in, you know, film, like, you know, all the different type of stuff, acting, all that. Because I enjoy those things. So that's the thing. I feel like a lot of creators, especially on YouTube, feel like they have to only talk about their faith, you know, because that's what they're about, you know, and that's all they can talk, or that's all they feel like they can talk about. Because if they talk about anything else, then it's like, well, you're not, you know, using your influence well or something, or, you know, maybe you're worldly because you're not talking about God. It's like, I get it, but isn't there a place for enjoyment? Isn't there also a place to be creative? You know, those God-given gifts. Can't I also be creative and decide, you know what? I can be creative and, you know, use my skills to my advantage. I can make things about things I'm interested in, make the videos more interesting, script them out. You know, I can make them about faith or not make them about faith. I shouldn't feel like I'm obligated to make them specific. If the video I'm thinking about making doesn't even need to touch on faith, it just kind of, you know, maybe that's a side thing or it's not even in there. If it's just supposed to be an entertaining video, or, you know, it's not even supposed to touch on anything related to faith, it's just a whole different video entirely, then I don't see the problem with that. As long as it's positive, as long as it's giving people some type of value, whether it's informational, inspirational, entertainment, whatever it is, making them smile or laugh or feel better about their lives, or, you know, keep going the next day, whatever it is. You know, I found myself like engaging when it's difficult since I was young even. Well, I mean, I'm young. I'm younger than a lot of people. I'm pretty young in general. But anyways, since I was very young, as in kitty young, like, you know, under teen, not a teen yet. Since I was even that young, I had this, you know, these times where to get me through and get me to keep going, there was just these channels on YouTube who were just uploading videos that are entertaining, or this show that I would watch that's entertaining, or a good book I would read that is entertaining, or just a pastime I enjoy, you know, a video game I want to interact with. To say, there's so many times where you can find yourself just, you know, wanting to do a specific thing, but you forget that, you know, there's so many types of YouTubers and different types of media that you've interacted with and that I've interacted with that are positive without having to touch on faith, that were actually just good. You engaged with it and it was good and it was nice. And that's what I'm trying to talk about, you know, that's really what I'm trying to talk about, is that if I've gotten that type of enjoyment from and gotten through stuff through people just uploading some, you know, some gameplay that's just fun to watch, or, you know, so some guy just did some like weird challenge, you know, it was funny or something, then like, why can't I, you know? So then we got my other channel. So, you know, you see my other channel here, and we know it's looking all cool. Got my other channel, and it's like, okay, your other channel, it's like, you know, it's gaming, and there's a part of you that's like, oh, you know, it's gaming, but, you know, maybe you should just always touch on faith, and yeah, that's cool. Like, and this video, and this video, I all touched on faith in all of them. But in this video, the most recent one, I decided to just make a funny clip. So in the recent video, I just literally took a clip of mine, edited it, and made it funny, and put it into a video. I enjoy playing that game, for example, right? That game in particular. You know, I enjoy playing the character and then doing just the stuff that my character naturally does, and it's just fun to play. You know, the game is fun. And I like plenty of games, and plenty of them are fun, right? For different reasons, of course. But they're all, you know, the games I like are fun. And that, what I'm trying to say is, I like to just play them. And if I can kind of give some type of entertainment out of that, then I will. And I feel like that's a good example that I can do that. That I can really just enjoy a game and also make content out of it. The content doesn't have to be like that video before it, rank is irrelevant. It doesn't have to be like that video. That video goes more in depth. It talks about how your rank doesn't matter, and what does matter is, you know, the intrinsic enjoyment of the game. In fact, it even touches on that. what I'm literally just talking about right now. It literally talks about, how you know the enjoyment is the process. You know, it's the process. You know, you need to not be connected to an outcome. I mean, that's basically what I'm saying in that video, to not be connected to an outcome, but to enjoy the process along the way, whether you get that outcome or not. And that's why ranked is irrelevant, because at the end of the day, it's just imaginary points. It doesn't matter. So that's the point of that video. But, you know, you come into things and you think, for example, even what that video says, for example, you might come into and think like, okay, well, I need to get a certain type of, you know, in fact, I'll just play the video in the background while I'm talking. Let me just play the background. You know, you think I have to get like a certain type of, you know, specific way to do things. I need to go into things and do it in a certain way and get a certain result. You know, you always want a result. You always want some you always want some type of result. And that's the thing. Like, again, if you want to watch this video by yourself with the actual, you know, audio, you know, go ahead, check it out. But yeah, that's the thing. It's like, if you want to get a certain result and you try so hard for it and you don't get it, you're gonna feel horrible. Like I said in this video, like, you're gonna feel absolutely horrible. You're gonna feel like, whoa, that is the worst thing, like, ever. You know, like, you're gonna feel absolutely horrible. So the thing is, like, oh, those stuffs are horrible. Here's what I'm getting at. So what I'm trying to say is, let's kind of, you know, get to the point. That these videos are good and I like them. For example, I like this video right here. Is Kiryu really a virgin? I do need to make more videos on Yakuza at some point. I mean, there's so many things. There's so many games in the series. There's so many ideas for that. Just videos to make on this game series. But yeah, I made a video on if he's really a virgin. Technically, that video still holds up, because even after the new game came out, it's like, yeah, because this was made before the new game. I played the new game in the series that may have you know, touched on it, but nothing really changed in the new game. So yeah, he's still a virgin. But even then, like, I think the conclusion of that video is that he's not. I think that was the conclusion. I might be wrong. For some reason, I don't remember my own video, but I think the conclusion is that he's not a virgin. But I think the reason why I said, why should we care, is because we should care that he is. And that's why I said in that video that I like the idea that he is one. Because in general, if he is a virgin, then that's a W. That's just it's a straight walking W. By the way, if you haven't seen these videos, you might as well go check them out for yourself. I mean, you're hearing what they're about from me, but you might as well just go check them out and see how I, you know, made the video and edited it and all that and stuff. But and they're all good in my opinion. Like, they're all good. You know, they're all pretty good. They're all pretty good. But yeah, that's an important video, and I think that's to be touched on. You know, like, it's very important for him to be, you know, like, him being a virgin is very important, because he's, you know, he's courageous. And it shows that he, you know, isn't so lustful. You know, he cares about things that are not just having sex all the time. You know, he cares about things like his kids, you know, at the orphanage, and, you know, all of his, you know, he cares about Haruka, all of them stuff. You know, protecting the people he loves, basically. So, you know, that was just kind of the main point. I think that's a very good thing to touch on. But what I'm trying to say here is, that thing that is touched on there is, or I mean, that video, making that type of video, can be made in tandem with this video. And I found out that because I made this video and I felt like it fit decently. Maybe I'm wrong, but I felt like it fit decently with the channel, to be honest. I felt like it fit decently with the channel. Like, the channel, I mean, it's got Sister Gus videos, but I felt like with these, even with these recent videos, it kind of fit, because, you know, like, imagine you're getting into with these videos, and that's why I felt like was really good about these videos. Is, imagine you're watching these videos, and I stopped marketing them as a Christian type of perspective, because I noticed that it seemed to me like it didn't really help to put Christian perspective. So I just named the series that, right? I just named the series a Christian perspective on video games, right? But it seemed to me that it didn't really matter to put it in there because it would just make the thing a little too long. Because I just keep it short and make it, just make the point of it be different. Make it make more sense. For example, your Tekken 8 rank doesn't matter. Here's what does. Imagine that, but then I put at the end a Christian perspective on video games. Like, okay, it's too much. With this one, this Tekken 8 mindset taught me so much. It's crazy. Christian perspective on Tekken 8. Come on, bro. Is Kiryu really a virgin? And if so, why should we care? Christian perspective. Like, it doesn't need to be there. Playing Tekken 8 actually helped me improve in life. From a Christian perspective. Like, too accurate to real life. Christian perspective. It's a powerful lesson that will help your life. Christian perspective. Like, it just doesn't really help the video. Because people watching the video, I don't want the video to be like, hey, I'm just a Christian channel. It's like, I want the video to be in a way where you're watching the video and it's kind of like I kind of took this example kind of from, not the specific one, but the example sort of from Corey Kenshin. He's my favorite YouTuber, even though he's been out for, I don't care if he's been gone for years. He's still the fave, bro. He's still that boy. All right. So Corey's channel, I mean, Corey, if you know Corey, he follows God. He's a Christian. He's trying to live in God's image. He's had that in there for like years. He's openly known as a Christian, right? And I got his merch. Okay, that's how you know I'm a true fan. I got his merch. In fact, I'm wearing his merch right now. It's just one of my shirts I'd be wearing all the time, anyways. So I mean, I'm just saying, like, that. I like Corey's videos. And his videos aren't explicitly Christian. Like, you don't see any of these that say, scream to you, Christian. In fact, there's a lot of horror games he plays. Like, he actually plays them. But the thing is, he never swears. He doesn't swear at all in any of these videos, and they're still entertaining and get tons of views. So not only does he not swear, he also is able to make it entertaining, without being like too crazy with, being super like, he doesn't advocate for sin. You know what I mean? Like, from what I noticed, it doesn't seem like he advocates for sin. Like, for the most part, from what I've seen, I've not seen him literally advocate for sin. He's positive about things, and he's just funny, and that's what he do, And he, sure, he may play horror games and scary things, shouldn't interact with that. Like, he makes it funny anyways. So it doesn't even end up being scary. It's not even scary. It's just funny. Some things are scary, but either way, it's entertaining at the end of the day, I guess. And I guess you could talk about that more, but yeah, I mean, I just think that this is a good example. His channel is a good example of a channel that, of a top creator or a big creator who you'd think would be like, maybe he's gonna like do worldly stuff, and maybe he does behind closed doors. I mean, that's not for me to talk about, but from what I've seen, it's a good example of being able to have entertainment with also helping people in the process, or I mean, also sticking to your faith in the process, And yeah, he does help people with his videos. People can watch his videos and get some entertainment, be able to, get through their day a little better. Maybe they had a hard day doing stuff they didn't want to do, and they get to have some entertainment, But back to what I was saying about this channel as an example. It is an example to me, and actually other channels and, other niches even, that it doesn't matter, even if this was a cooking channel or it was a travel channel, whatever it is, it doesn't even matter what channel it is. At the end of the day, I would still be able to make content that has a point without being like explicitly Christian. Like, you don't know. You don't watch Corey's videos and be like, he's got to be a Christian, until he says his faith in one of his videos. Like, yeah, by the way, bless God or something. Like, and he's a Christian or something. Or you look at his channel page and it says trying to live in God's image. And you're like, okay, well, cool. Just like in my videos, like, you're not gonna know that I'm even Christian or anything unless you wait until the end of the video and I like tie it in into Christianity, or like a Bible verse or something. If I like tie it in, I tie it into the faith, then you'll be like, okay, cool. For example, but that's the thing. For example, like you watch this recent video, you're not gonna tell, oh, this guy must be Christian. Like, it's just a funny video. But but that's the thing. You don't gotta be worried about all that, because it's not about me explicitly saying like, hey, by the way, I am Christian. No, you don't gotta say all that. It's through your actions, anyways. So I mean, it's not even about if I say it or not. I don't have to explicitly say it. It's got to be through it's just through my actions. Like you'll notice by how I approach things. You know what I mean? So that at the end of the day, that's really it. I will say, by the way, if you're gonna go to this channel, pretty much every video be for this video right here. This video right here, every video before that, and that includes from this video down. So all these videos, they have swearing in them, and they are, in my opinion, what I would consider worldly content. You could say, well, why do you have them on your channel? Because I feel like they're not, in a sense, videos that are so bad that they actually will be hurting people. I feel like they're in a sense or they're in a place where they're just me playing games, so they're not like I'm going crazy, saying horrible stuff or doing horrible stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing games. Maybe this episode. Maybe this episode. No, this was fine though. This one could be talked about. This one maybe could be talked about. It's a little suggestive. But I think I kept it up because it was part of the series. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? 9, 10, 11, 12, what's 13? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 bonus. So I kept all the episodes up because I like the series. But I mean, that's something to be debated. I don't know. It's like I don't know. I don't believe this video is too out of pocket, to be honest. Like the actual content of the video, but I could be wrong. That's the thing where I could always be wrong. And if you got any arguments for me, if you wanted me to, you're like, get rid of that video or get rid of this video, go watch it yourself. See that it's bad, okay? Because you can't tell from the thumbnail, by the way. Or maybe you just agree, or maybe your only point is that the thumbnail's bad or something, right? Whatever your arguments are, go ahead, leave them. I mean, maybe I'll consider them or not. If you don't really care, then don't even bother. Don't even bother with that. But anyways, because I think it's personally fine. That's just what I think. But that's because the content of the video is not even that crazy. But here's what let's get to the next part of this. Here's what I'm trying to do in the future of these channels. I'm not gonna say like, oh, I'm gonna try to make this type of content. I don't know what I'm trying to make. I do know that I want to incorporate what I enjoy. That's a big thing. But I don't know exactly what I'm gonna make. I do know that though. Like for example, I like acting. I like voice acting, screen acting, any type of acting you can think of. I like acting. I enjoy it. When I did this whole series, I was voice acting like different characters. This Yakuza series, Yakuza 3. I mean, there's Yakuza 4 as well. I might bring that one back up at some point. Who knows? But anyways, either way, we're talking about Yakuza 3. And in Yakuza 3, I would always voice characters. I'd always voice characters. And even all my videos, I would have interesting ways to talk about things. I'll put on voices just because, right? But it's like in this video, I really like put on voices and like I was talking and saying out how the characters were talking, and I was like giving them voices and doing my acting thing a little bit, just kind of doing whatever, just kind of winging it. But either way, point being said, I think what I'm going to be doing in the future is I'm going to be putting out videos that I feel like fit in line with what I'm trying to do with my channel, as in like it's not negative or anything, but will just in general be something that I'm just interested in making. And that means that it could just change, on a whim sometimes. Sometimes I'll make a video like this, and sometimes I won't. I found out this pretty much only recently. But when I edit a video that I don't enjoy making, I don't enjoy editing the video. And it's hard to get myself to do it. But if I'm editing a video that I just enjoy making, then I'll do it. Like I've been working on some other videos for a long time, and I just haven't gotten around to really doing all the stuff for them to make sure they're made, But I'll tell you, this video came quickly, bro. And this video came together quickly. Like even 3 weeks ago, I had other videos in the works before this one was even thought up, you know. But I happened to be playing this game a lot, so I was just, okay, well, let me just create content on it. And then I realized, wait a second, I'm already playing a lot of this game. I'm sure, since I really like the game, right, that I'll be more wanting to put effort into videos about it. So I made this video because I was really liking the game and I wanted to put effort into the game, into making videos about the game. I think that's an important thing to know, because now at this point, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 videos on Tekken, right? Started with this one, I did this one, I did this one, I did this one. So at that point, it's a lot on one game, and you don't want to become a one-trick pony. I get it. But at the same time, if I'm really enjoying the game, why not make 20 videos about the same game and then go to another game when I'm like trying to make something about another game? You know, whatever game you're interested in, just make something about that, or whatever topic, or maybe you're interested in a show or whatever. Make as many videos. Literally, if I wanted to make 100 videos about a certain show, like a specific show, right? Then I would. Then I would just do it, bro. Why not, bro? In fact, I have topics on my mind of certain shows that I really like that I could probably just make videos on. They just kind of came up into my mind while I was talking. I was like, you know, that would be an interesting idea. You know, there's so many different types of ways I can go about it. You know, I could like go into specifics, like, okay, well, I'm gonna, you know, specifically make them based on voice acting. I'm gonna do this type of content, but I don't really know. I'm really just discovering and thinking about how I want to do that. Like, and the specifics aren't really the thing I'm really trying to talk about here, because that's irrelevant to the real, I guess, lesson that could be gained from this. Because the specifics, they kind of change, and depending on what you're good at, or just what you're interested in, they could just change. You know, like, oh, well, today I'm interested in doing this type of video, or this time I'm going to do this type of video, you know? They just change, right? They just change. But at the end of the day, I want to make sure that the videos are falling in line with the faith, as in they're not swearing. I make sure that the videos are positive, that they're not some negative content talking about drama or something. And I want to do more content that's just what I want to make. And that's why I'm super, super happy that I made another one of these videos. I'm so happy about that I made another video on Tekken, and another video after that on Tekken. I'm so happy about that, because I could have made a video on something else I was not interested in. I could try to double down on, you know, this game, but I didn't even need to. Could have worked on another type of content that I didn't care for that much. Tried to like shoehorn in some type of video where like force myself to do some type of thing. But I'm so happy that I decided to just do what I enjoyed. And if you think about it, these are all good videos, so it worked out. You know, like again, here's the thing: I also don't work on videos that if a video ends up not being good, I won't even finish it. I wouldn't even finish making it if I didn't think it was good. I wouldn't even finish making it, because I'll be like, what? Why am I still making this? It's garbage. This literally happened before. If I've worked on videos, I've actually got a decent amount into them, and I just stopped like midway through, because I was like, I don't really like this. This is not really good. I don't want to upload this. But I'll tell you, when I watched this part of the video, in this video, and actually I'll even pull it up. Which one has the better part? Maybe this one. Let's do the original one. When I watched this part in the video, this part that I'm gonna show right now, me having this feeling, like I literally felt something while watching it, that's something that I don't get in videos that I don't enjoy. Let's play real quick. We're gonna play like this part here. Can we hear it? Can you hear it now? Seems like you might not be able to hear it. Let me go ahead and let's try again. Okay, so like this part of the video, just the last little bit, I might have to actually just go a little bit in there. It's a build up, but let me go a little bit in. Okay. 33 says to seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. As said in Colossians 3:2-4, we are to set our minds on things above. It's listed right on my wall. Actually, I'll read the whole quote. Set your mind on things above, not on the things of the earth, for you died, and your life is hidden with Christ in God. When Christ, who is our life, appears, you will also appear with him in glory. So that is what I've been learning from Tekken lately, and I think it has helped me not only to have more fun with games, but to have more fun with everything I do. Because when you are connected to an outcome, you do not have ultimate control over. That is a slippery slope to suffering and evil. Don't go down that path. Instead, take it one day at a time. Enjoy what you can. Don't be envious of others that get the outcome that you wanted, and take life as it goes. Trying to live your best life every day, full of love and peace within. And that peace is only found with God. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. I mean, that stuff like that is just, it makes me feel something. Of course, it was more so when I actually was first making it, because, you know, I watched it so many times. It's like, people underestimate how often people who are editing the videos and who are making them and doing all that, like, how often they actually watch the video. So, yeah, I've seen it so many times that it doesn't have the full effect. But it's the same as the end of this video, right? Like, well, let's go into it. And the enemy comes at you in a way you didn't calculate, in a way you didn't expect. You must still stay. didn't block it. Stay calm. Sorry. And there'll be a better experience in game and in life. The Lord says in Psalm 46:10, "Be still and know that I am God." That's what the Lord says. Even He says it. Even He says to be still and to know that He is God. What does that mean? My mustache kind of messed up here, bro. And know that He is God. It's to know that He's got it all handled. All you need to do is be still. Now, I'm not saying go through the motions. I'm just saying you need to go about life not in a realm of nervousness, anxiety, and fear, but be still. In every situation, be still, be calm, and know that He is God. That God is God. He got you. Know that. So choose today to be still and let God handle it. You just do your part, and He'll do His. Thanks for watching. I mean, I tell you, it makes me feel something, you know? Like, all the Tekken videos got the same feel. Look at the end of this video. I mean, I'm literally spoiling all my videos. I mean, I don't know why it's spoiling them. You can watch it yourself. Like, the whole video, I'm literally just only showing the... I don't show all the points being made. I'm just showing the end. Like, even this video, you know, it's like... And to never give up. On this video, what the Bible has to say about this. Let me just read scripture, and it's just profound. I'm like, wow, I'm really feeling something from this. It's just reading scripture, bro. I mean, what do I expect, bro? And everyone who competes for the prize is temperate in all things. Now they do it to attain a perishable crown, but we for an imperishable crown. Therefore, I run thus, not with uncertainty. Thus I fight, not as one who beats the air, but I discipline my body and bring it into subjection, lest when I have preached to others, I myself should become disqualified. And Romans 5:1-5 says, "Therefore, having been justified by faith, we have peace with God through our Lord Jesus Christ." The background clips are in context of the video, but we have access by faith. It does seem a little out at first. In which yes, in context. We stand and rejoice in hope of the glory of God. Because he's fighting his foes. Look at him. He's a hero. He also glories. He's protecting his children. Tribulations. Knowing his child. Tribulation. Look, he has a child there too. He's protecting them. Perseverance. He's a good father. Character. And character. He's fighting his foes. Now, hope does not disappoint. People he loves. Because the love of God, who has been poured out into our hearts by the Holy Spirit, who was given to us. Let's learn from Kiryu's lesson and push on through. I did that. I should do that again. Anyways, and then this video I would say is less interesting. If I'm being honest, like I'm not hating. I'm just saying like this video is. I was still learning, so it's a little less good. This video also a little less good. Like it didn't have the emotional stuff that I wanted to have. I think this video always for me had more emotional stuff for me, and this one too, and especially this one actually. This is actually one of my favorite videos that I made. Actually, no, except for this last part, because then it's just an ad. But this was good. All I had to do was read scripture at the end, and then I'm good, bro. And then it just sounds fire.
Loyal to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and money. Philip 1:6 says, actually, I'll read from Philip 1:3. I thank my God upon every remembrance of you.
I even added a vocal effect, bro.
Making request for you all with joy.
I did not do this again. I don't even know why I didn't add this effect again. Probably would have went dummy on the new videos. Maybe I didn't like it. I mean, it's alright.
Until the day of Jesus Christ, just as it is right for me.
It fits with the clip, doesn't it? Because she literally has a dove on her shoulder, bro, or on her hand now, I guess. But she literally has a dove in her hand. Now, right now, she has a dove in her hand. You can't hardly see it, but yeah, she literally has a dove and is giving it to a guy who is known for wrestling with demons. Like, she's literally giving him a dove and telling him to believe that he can defeat the enemy. Like, come on, bro. How biblical can you get with that, bro? That's why it just fit. The story of this game actually fits. Because his mom, who has a dove, is giving him, you know, the strength he needs to continue, bro.
Let's keep on improving.
Crazy.
Let's get it.
Doing this ad real quick. Even got my Namco on that. Good old ad. And it's like, yeah, you make those videos, they're very good, but then you have something as stupid as this video, where it's just like, like what even is this? Like what even is this, bro? I like this video though. It's actually good. I'm not gonna play the video because it's too short. You might as well just go watch it yourself. That's why I played the end of those other videos, because, you know, you can still watch the first portion of the videos. They're still all pretty short though, by the way. So, and they kind of got their points. Like, look at this video. Minute, like every video's getting shorter. It starts at, okay, well, it gets a little longer, but 6 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, the longest one. But I did talk about a lot in this video. 7 minutes, 5 minutes. Like, that's so short, by the way. 7 minutes, 1 minute. It's hard for me to make videos that are 10 minutes. So even getting there is crazy. But then it's hard to make it longer than that. You know, even this video, when I edit my videos, they're usually very short. So yeah, even this video, 9 minutes. But then when I don't edit them, it's longer, right? So if it's, or this one's a little longer, I guess. But yeah, these ones are barely edited, so they're very long. Either way. Point being, I've been working on this other channel, and I think there's a lot here that I enjoy that I want to keep going with, because I want to make more of these videos. But I also want to make videos like this. And I felt like I just shouldn't make videos on Tekken, right? Like, okay, no more videos on Tekken. Just move on, right? You know, but it's like, if I'm interested in something, just make it, bro. And when I'm not interested in it, if I'm not interested in Tekken, I'm like, okay, let me not play where I don't play it as much, or I just don't want to make videos about it. I'll just make videos on something else. And that's fine. I think it's perfectly fine to just make videos about something else then, if you feel like it. Okay, I like this other game that I'm playing. It has a good message. I want to make a video about it. It's like, well, maybe I don't want to put editing into it, like a ton of big editing into videos. Maybe I want to make something that's like totally different. Maybe I don't want to make some emotional video like that one, but make more videos like this one that are funny, right? Like, oh, you ain't humor subjective, and you ain't, you know, you gotta go see the video yourself. I didn't show it, but either way, it's like, hey man, it's really a case of, I gotta just make things that I enjoy, because I really realized this when I was making videos that were kind of just were videos that I thought, okay, I need to make this video because it would work well for the algorithm, and it also has a good message and all this stuff, all good reasons. But at the end of the day, I wasn't really my heart really wasn't in it, really. You know, like I could have made it, like maybe I had to wait until making it, maybe make it later, or maybe not make it at all. But either way, my heart wasn't in it. My heart was not in it, and I wasn't ready to make it. You know, for example, like this video actually took a decent amount of editing. This video right here, actually most of these videos took a decent amount of editing. But the reason I went through with them is because I genuinely had my heart in it, and my mind was in the right place, and I was ready to go. You know, you have to be there. You know, and that's very important. People don't realize that. It's very important to be ready to record, to be ready to edit. By the way, I've paused maybe like 20 times just to, just to struggle to speak. Amen, it happens. But anyways, here's the thing. That's really what I'm working on. I really got to get to that. And that's what really I want to make this video for. I'm really making this video to kind of just talk about it. I feel like it's just something I want to speak about. And then for me watching it, I can be like, okay, yeah, this is what I want to do. And for others watching it, you know, if anyone does watch it, then they can be like, okay, that's interesting that you're doing stuff. But if I'm really being completely honest, this video is also actually kind of similar to everything I'm doing on my second channel. Like, my second channel is an exact example where these videos are so long. It's like, actually not this video, but these videos are so long that most people are not even going to touch them because they're so long, and just like, there's no, like, oh, I don't want to watch that. It's just such a long video. It's like, they have their points to them, but it's like, and this video has its point, but they're just long. It's just, yeah, I gotta really get into them, and there's a lot of rambling. It's like, you know, it's not really the easiest content to go, you know, and watch. So what I really want to do is understand that, you know, at the end of the day, you gotta just do what's you, you know. I've thought about different stuff, you know, maybe like live streaming, or, you know, maybe doing some other types of content, maybe even going the opposite, doing more edited content. I don't know, right? I'm still thinking about it, and, you know, it could change any moment, you know. It's even in a couple minutes in this video, it could randomly change. It could change right now. But at the end of the day, all I know is that I want to make videos that I truly have my heart in. And maybe I said this actually previously in one of these videos that we're looking at right now. I might have said it in be yourself, not someone else. I might have said it in this video. Yeah, I'm sure I said it in that video. But the thing is, that's really what I'm just trying to do. As you can see, I'm repeating myself now, so let's get to the end of this. Anyways, that's what I'm trying to say. To wrap it up, I really want to say that I really appreciate anyone who has interacted with my channel. And, you know, it's like, I do my stuff. You know, I do my stuff. We all struggle, you know. I struggle with videos all the time. You know, it's like, I've been struggling with videos since I was creating them. You know, back in, at this point, 2016? It must have been 2016. So almost, is that almost a decade of making videos now? Crazy. I would not have thought that it's almost a decade of making videos now, right? Like, that's literally just crazy to me. Because it doesn't feel that way. It feels like I just started making them. But yeah, it really does take. It is hard, you know. It's very difficult to get big on YouTube. You know, this channel's got 184 subscribers, and to be honest, all those subscribers are from my other videos. So, like, actually, I'll show them real quick if I got them in the playlist. I don't got them. Okay, whatever. So who cares? Either way, it was a bunch of reactions. So it came from a bunch of reactions. I got literally thousands of views. It's like literally night and day difference you'll see from my channel. Like, other people who haven't seen this channel before, like, who have only seen this version of the channel, like, well, what other videos are you making? Or like, oh, this guy, he's never had thousands of views. I had thousands of views on different videos, okay? When I was uploading those other videos, I was getting banger views. Not like crazy, but, you know, I was getting decent views, right? I was actually, like, growing decently, but my heart wasn't in it. And that's really what the point of this whole video, right? Is that my heart's got to be in the video, and I got to really have my heart into what I'm doing. So my heart wasn't in it. I was not interested in making those reaction videos. And I knew that was the case because I started making more reaction videos. So I don't know if I talked about this before, but I actually tried making more reaction videos, like, recently. Like, I think I made them in where these videos are. I made them like maybe around 2 to 3 months ago. So around when I was making these videos, I actually went and reacted to some K-pop, actually, what I used to react to. So I went into it and I tried to really, like, I specifically found songs that I felt that were positive, and they were pretty positive. So I went and found stuff that was positive, that had a good message, and I said good stuff about them. But what I realized is that at the end of the day, I didn't really have much to say, and I thought about my viewers, right? I thought about what they would get out of the content, and K-pop viewers, I don't know. I just felt like those viewers, they weren't gonna get much out of that. You know, so I just didn't really, and it wasn't even really that, because they might have got some out of those videos. It was decent, I guess. Like, I said some things that were all right and actually made sense, right? I was like, oh, this could help people. But at the end of the day, I didn't really care for the video, right? You know, the content, the song was cool, but, like, you know, the songs, because I did multiple, were cool, but my heart was just not in the content, you know, when I was recording it. So even though I did that way after, yeah, my heart wasn't in it. And that's why, even though I got all those views and I got a decent amount of subs from it, because remember this, I remember this specific day when this channel had 3 subs, and then when it jumped up to like 20 and to like 50, And they all came from different sources, which is sad that it always happens. Like, even on this channel, all these subs, and I mean all of them at this point, all of these subs, like pretty much every single one of those almost 400 subs, all of them came from my one singular video that was some random meme that popped off. So it's crazy. Some random meme video popped off, and it suddenly gave me a bunch of subs. And it's like, well, no one's going to watch the rest of your gaming videos now. And it's sad because most of the people who subscribe, they just become ghost subscribers. They don't unsubscribe. They just don't subscribe from channels. I remember I was subscribed to certain channels until I went through them all. Until I went through them all, I was subscribed to so many channels that I'd never even watched before or didn't even hear of. I was subscribed to some channels I'd never heard of. I'm like, why don't I subscribe to this? I've never even watched the videos. Maybe I watched like one video one time, but I never clicked on any more of the videos because I wasn't interested. So I never watched any more videos. For example, someone's not interested in Tekken, they're not gonna watch the video. Like, though I like your meme that like ages ago when you uploaded that video, that's probably gonna be re-uploaded hundreds of times, or was re-uploaded hundreds of times by other people anyways. But your original content, I don't care. And by the way, that original that video that I uploaded was literally, I believe it was literally repost. Like, I didn't even make the video. I literally reposted it and put my watermark on it. Because that's how stupid I was. I was just doing what other people did. I was like, oh, I've seen other people put their watermark on videos, so I'm gonna just get people to I'm gonna put my watermark on this video too. I uploaded it on Instagram because I was doing Instagram memes at that time, just meme videos, and I uploaded it elsewhere. And I uploaded it on YouTube. And I was only really doing memes because, like, that's the only thing I really knew how to do. I liked memes, I guess. And I was like, okay, I'll just upload memes. It's very easy content. But then, of course, I started, I got more equipment to start making game videos, and I started doing that. So, yeah, that's really the story of that. But, that's the beginning of my channel. And those videos aren't on YouTube anymore. I mean, they're not there. I have not made them public again. So yeah, and I don't really plan to, personally. So that's just the case. But yeah, really, I think this is an important video because there's stuff happening, in life, and it happens often. And for me, there's big stuff, like even just big scary stuff, like big decisions, big things that are going to be happening. And there's a lot to think about. And I don't know where this channel or the other channel is going to go. Like, I don't know if they'll grow. I don't know if any of that happens. And it's like, really it comes to the, the point being, when there's so much, it's crazy because this video keeps being relevant, bro. It keeps being relevant. Talking about not being connected to an outcome. It's like, that peace that surpasses all understanding. The reason it's only found with God is because the world has so much uncertainty. There's so much that you'll do within this life. And there's so much that you won't achieve. And there's so many unanswered questions and, things that are just, they don't make any sense. Like, there's so much of that. And a lot of the time you'll do things and you'll see no reason for them, And I like to really think about it like this. I can make a video or I can make plenty of videos. And it doesn't matter what videos I make, but I can make tons of videos and try to be the best at making videos. Or I can try to just make whatever I feel like is, entertaining and all the different stuff, and go with that. It's just like I said in that video. I could care about my rank so much, but then when I don't get it, everything's going to be horrible and it's all going to be ruined for me. Or I can care about the outcome. Or I can go about it and be like, okay, let me just try to get better at the game. And then when I get better at the game, well, then I'm not going to worry about it. I literally just started playing more practice games. First of all, I stopped playing the game as much. But then I started playing more regular games instead of ranked. I felt like I had so much more fun that when I jumped into ranked, I didn't care about my rank. I would literally just play a couple games, lose to a guy who's like very good, and I didn't know what he was doing or something. He was just doing some crazy stuff, and I didn't even know what was happening. I would lose to a guy. I just stopped playing the game, not out of like rage quit, but I'd get done with the game. I'd be like, all right, seems like I'm done with the game. Okay, and I stop playing. That's it. Literally, I just play the game. I go do a couple quick matches. Maybe I don't even hop into ranked, or maybe I do like a one ranked game or something, right? And I mostly play quick matches, and I do a couple ranked matches, and then I hop on out, bro. And it's like, it's not even that crazy. It's like, okay, cool, like, and that's it. It's so simple, you know. And there's a way to approach life like that, you know. Touching on Ecclesiastes talks about the fact that there's, you know, it's all like, you know, like smoke, right? It's all just, it all disappears. In a sense, you could say meaningless, right? You know, how much work you do, you know, all that different stuff, like I've said before in previous videos. You know, but at the end of the day, right, like, again, like I've said in previous videos, the point of what he was trying to say is to live in the moment, but not live in the moment as though you're living for the moment, like, okay, I'm just gonna do whatever I want right now. It's not about that, but more so living in the moment, like existing within the moment. And that means enjoying everything about life. I think I've definitely made a video about this, or said something along the lines, but it's in getting the good with the bad. Actually, I think this is a video I made before I was a Christian, actually. I think I made a video about that. I made a video about how being sad is not the end of the world. Like, you can be sad, and that's not a bad thing. You don't have to be happy all the time. And I think I don't think it's up anymore, but I made a video about that, right? I think I might have not kept it up because I probably said something odd in that video. Because I rewatched them, I probably said something very odd. But yeah, like you have to live in the moment. You know, let's for example, let's say you're at work, right? You really don't want to be here, right? You really don't want to be here. If you come to face the fact that you're just gonna be here, you live in the moment, the time is gonna fly by, bro. Because you're not thinking, okay, I need to get out of here and go do what I want to do. Like, you're not gonna think about that. Because you're living in the moment. You're existing and accepting every moment, and maybe it's not the most greatest moment. Maybe it's a little mundane, or a little boring, or tiring, or tedious. You do it every day. You do the same work every day. But the thing is, you're in that moment, and you're existing in that moment. Exist in that moment. Stop thinking about yesterday, what you did yesterday, what you're going to do tomorrow. Stop all that. Literally, the word says to not even worry about tomorrow because you have enough on your plate for today, bro. That's not the exact wordings, I'm paraphrasing. I'm saying it in my own words, I mean. But yeah, it's living the day as though you're here right now. Not living as though, okay, well, I'm gonna, you know, it's like you're doing an activity, but you're not really, you know, engaging with the activity like in your present mind. Your mind's like on what happened last week, or what's gonna happen in the future, or when this happens, and yay, I get to go home and I get to do this thing. It's like, yeah, when you get to go home, you're gonna do this thing, sure. And you might be thinking that's a good thing. Yeah, great, you get to go home and do this thing. But what I find so cool, I find it so amazing, is that I will, if I ever, I've had times, even just recently, where I'll spend a decent amount of time doing what I want to do, right? And you know, you want to think that, oh, when I do what I want to do, then yeah, I'm gonna feel great, bro, because I got to do what I want to do, right? I got to do what I want to do. And it's not to say doing what you want to do is bad. Like, for example, videos, doing what I want to do with videos, you know, there's gonna be stuff that I don't want to do. You know, for example, audio editing and other stuff. There's stuff I don't want to do. But in general, doing the videos that I want to do is going to be good, because that's, you know, it's the videos I want to do. I feel like these are things that it's less so what I want to do and more just what I feel like is where my heart is at. So it's a different whole thing, I guess you could say, because it's a whole video. It's not like they're different. It's hard to explain, but if we're trying to, I'm going against the argument that say, well, what are you trying to say about, like, if you're doing your videos in that way, like, okay, your videos are what you like to do, like, so you're only making videos you like to do, right, or something like that. I feel it's like if you're painting what you like to paint, it's not a problem with that. You're just painting what you want to paint. That's what you want to paint, so you're always going to enjoy that. You read what book you want to read, that's fine. You play what game you choose to play and want to play, that's fine. Well, that's the game you wanted to play. Again, it's not about what you want, it's about when you are doing what you want, And what I've noticed is when you are doing what you want, it's not always the case where what you're doing, what you want, when you're doing what you want, it's like the most amazing thing ever. You're still going to enjoy it because it's what you want to do, obviously. But my point is here to say is, it's not going to be the most amazing thing ever where, okay, it was so good that I now don't want to do anything else. Or it's so good that I dread going back to that other thing that I don't want to do. What I've realized is, no, I don't agree with that. I enjoy what I like doing. But if it's a case where, like, okay, well, I enjoy what I like doing, but sometimes I have to do something I don't want to do, I'm perfectly fine doing those things I do not want to do, bro. Because guess what? Here's the reality of the situation. There's going to be a time, and just like Ecclesiastes says, there's a time and a place for everything under the sun, bro. So there's a time and place for literally everything under the sun. There's a time and place. I don't believe that's the exact quote. I believe he said something around that, but I'll just kind of paraphrase and kind of just make it simple as there's a time and a place for everything. You know, like there's a time and a place, basically. So for certain things, you know, for maybe this current season in time is a time for reflection. You know, people want to like push you to do something, like, oh, do this one thing or do this or do that. But sometimes it's a time for reflection. Maybe like, oh, you got to work hard right now. Right now is the time to work hard. But you know, sometimes it's a time for reflection. Sometimes it's the time for reflection. And that's fine. Sometimes it's just time to reflect. You got to be okay with that. Sometimes I just got to reflect, man. Sometimes I just got to reflect. Sometimes it's time for you to learn, you know? Sometimes it's time to learn. Sometimes it's time to get on your hands and knees and get to doing the work. Sometimes. And this might be like in small spurts, like it's that time of the day. And sometimes it's that time of the month or week or that time of the year where this thing is happening. It can be in bigger portions or small portions. Either way, there's a time and a place for certain things. You know, so there's a time and a place for everything. And I think that when you want to get into an aspect where, oh, I don't want to do this thing, but I want to do this, you realize, if you really think about it, there's a time and a place. At some point, you're going to have to do that thing you don't want to do. There's going to be a point where that happens. So it doesn't matter if you're sitting there waiting, like, oh, no, it's going to happen at some point. Oh, no, it's going to happen at some point. You're just like sitting there. You're not going to get rid of the fact you got to do it at the point that you got to do it. It's going to happen. If there's this chore you don't want to do, guess what? And then you got to do it. At some point, you're just going to have to do it, bro. You have to tough it through and do what you don't want to do. But the same thing happens with the things you do want to do. At some point, there is going to be a time where you get to enjoy, you know, the fruits of your reward. Or, you know, get to have a brief respite of sleep, right? Or have a meal that, you know, makes you, you know, get you full or something. You know, not everyone gets these all the time. Let's get that under wraps. Not everyone gets these all the time or as often as others. But my point being, there is a point for it all. There's a point for all these things. So there is a point. You may not get it every day even. Maybe you're struggling to eat. Maybe you're not getting the good nutrients every day. But there will be a point where you will get to eat, right? Or else you'd be dead at this point. Let's be real. So there is going to be a point for that, right? There's not going to be a point for everything ever, right? But there is going to be you're not going to do everything that you want to do. You're not everything's going to, you're not going to do everything, okay? But there will be a point for certain things, right? So that point of good things happening will come. It'll come. The good times will come. But then also realize that there will be bad times as well. But it's not like you need to be like, be attached to, like I said, one outcome. You got to be attached not to one outcome, okay? You got to be understanding that, you know what? It's the journey. I got to live in the moment, just like Ecclesiastes said. Be in the moment. Be present. Not like living in the moment, YOLO, but literally existing within the moment you're in. Doing what you got to do, but existing, truly existing within the moment that you are in right now. Truly existing. And when you do that, you will get rid of any anxiety, any stress, any fear. It'll go out the window. Literally, it will go out the window. You will not be worried about nothing. Nothing. Because you're worried about, well, what is this person going to think about me? Well, there's a time and place for you to be around these people. You know, and really, well, that one's more specific though. Because if we're talking about like, oh, what do people think about me? That's more of a well, why do you care about what people think about you? You should really just be caring what God thinks about you. That's about it. That's another thing in particular. For example, like here's another one that relates to exactly what we're talking about. I have to do this thing, right? I have to go do this experience, right? Well, maybe there's a time and place for that. Maybe you have to go do a thing you don't want to do, right? Or you have to go meet people you don't want to meet. Sometimes that's just necessary. Maybe you got to go meet your girlfriend's parents or your boyfriend's parents. It's like, sometimes you just got to do that, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you got to go meet them. If that's the time and the place, that's what's going to happen. If that's where we're at right now, and that's where we're at. We can't be so afraid of life that we're not even going to live it. Like, we can't be so afraid of, we literally cannot survive in the sense if we are being so afraid of life that we don't even live our lives. Like, it's exactly what I said in my video of living life, because we're so afraid to live our lives. Like, if we're so afraid to live our lives, what are we gonna do? What's the point? You know, like if we're so afraid to live it, like, why are we so afraid to just live our lives? Because we're over here worrying about this and worrying about that, and what happens here? What if this happens here? What's the point of that? What's the point of worrying and having all this anxiety and being like, oh, oh, I hate this thing. I don't want to do this at all. This is going to be horrible. What's the point of that? What is it going to help you? Worrying and having anxiety isn't going to get rid of the problem at hand. You're still going to have to do what you don't want to do. That's a given. You're still going to have to do it, but the case is, with that understood, that your worrying won't fix the issue or make it so that you don't have to do that thing. Why worry? Why worry if it's not even going to help you? It's just going to make it worse. At that point, there's no point. You got to just come to terms with it. Of course, you want to worry because that's the natural, progression of how you're feeling is, I'm just going to worry. But that's just how you naturally want to feel. It's not going to help you. It's just how you naturally want to feel, and you're going to now start making things worse for yourself that way. So, yeah, this is a lot I'm talking about in this video, but I'm going to start wrapping it up, because I said I would wrap it up literally like 20 minutes ago at this point, I swear. So yeah, let's wrap it up. My main point of this video is to say, I got new stuff coming from my channels, man. I got new stuff coming in, I got new ideas, and I have a new mindset, I'm not about that, let's just only do Christian content. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But I'm not going to be, I might even on this channel just upload a random edited video next, right? That might be my next video. Just here's an edited video, right? Like, just plop it on the channel. Because at the end of the day, like, these subs don't even come from y'all. Like, let's be real. Like, maybe a couple of them, but I just want to upload what I want to upload, really, to be honest. So I'm not going to worry about genres anymore. I'm not even going to worry about genres. There's plenty of channels like, funny enough, Moist Critical, Penguins Zero. Penguins Zero, it's a random channel, who cares? But yeah, Penguins Zero, Charlie, Moist Critical is a channel. I'm not gonna show it right now because I'm trying to hop on out here, but he's a channel that uploads plenty of different content. He does gaming, he does reviews, he does drama. I don't really like his drama videos, but basically the point is he does a bunch of different types of videos, and people just watch him anyways because they enjoy his personality. So I'm just trying to just upload whatever I want. He uploads whatever he feels like. And I swear that's just how he does it. He just uploads whatever he wants to upload, and he doesn't care. I'm sure that's how he did it even back in the, in the beginning days of his channel. He probably just did that too. Upload whatever he felt like, bro. Because he's got that type of mindset. And I like that mindset. Maybe not exactly the videos that he's making, but I do like the mindset of, making videos that you just don't even care what people think. You're just trying to make the videos that you want to make. It makes it more fun, lets me be more creative. It's just good. Now, of course, I'm not going to, like, for example, not upload a gaming video on this channel. Like, that's stupid. It's obviously a gaming channel. And on this channel, it's like, this channel is already freeform. So my next video, I don't think has to be necessarily Christ-focused. But it will, here's how I'll say it, though. If I'm a follower of Christ, then my videos will naturally have the spirit of Christ in them. So either way, I will have that positivity within me. So that every time you watch a video, whether it's about Christ or not, or about like the Bible or anything in it, it's not going to matter, because at the end of the day, it's still going to be positive content, and it's still going to have that tinge, that kind of perspective that's still Christ-like. So either way, it doesn't matter. Even if it's a skit, literally this skit, like I'm sure it's an advice skit, but even if this was a funny skit, it would still have that. Actually, here's an example. Even this video, which is just a funny video, has that spirit in it because it's just me having good old fun, playing a game, and that's it, bro. So that still has a spirit because the Lord says we should, you know, bring laughter, you know, bring happiness to people. So yeah, that we should do that. I think we should do that, you know, and we should definitely get rid of that worry that we have all the time because we gotta just, there's time for everything, man. Take your life by the handlebars and just literally just go do everything you need to do. Just do it. Don't even think about it anymore, bro. I'll just say that. Like, don't even, it's actually exactly what I said. I think I said this in my other video where I said living the simple life. Yeah, I think I said this video. Live a simple life in the spirit. Where I basically said your single thought process should not be about, oh, how do I enjoy it, have more enjoyment, or how do I do more work to feel better about myself, or any of these other things. But to live simply in the spirit, in the sense that your single mindset is, how can I help people know God, and how can I know God more, and how can I make him known? And part of that is through enjoyment, giving people entertainment, right? That's positive, good entertainment. So yeah, it just falls into that. It's like, yeah, that video is talking about like just going about things. For example, you got things to do, right? You know why you're doing them. You know why you go to work today because you need that money. You know why you're going to, you know, you're going to spend time on this project because you want to get it done. It's you know, you think it's, because it's impactful. You enjoy it. It's an enjoyable activity. You know why you're doing the things you do, right? Not everything is good, obviously, to do. When you live simply with spirit, you're going to be able to discern what is good to do and why you're doing it. And once you know why you're doing it, why does it matter? I'm sorry. Why does it? Why? What is what's the problem, really? Right? Like if you know you're gonna, what is it? Go to, you know, visit your child so that you can, I don't know, something different. Take care of your child just in general. If you're gonna take care of your child, you know why you're taking care of your child. You know why. You don't need to think about the reasons. Like, oh, well, I wonder why I'm taking. You know why. You know why you go to work every day for your child. You know why you spend time with your child. You know why you know, give your child all the love that you want, that you can give them. When you do that, you do it because you love them. You know that that's the right thing to do. You know that's the right thing to do. You do that because of that. And don't let anyone, as a final message here, don't let, of course I'll make videos about these things probably, I don't know, but don't let anyone tell you how to live your life, bro. Literally don't. Just don't do that. People want to tell you how to live. They want to tell you how to do this, do that, do this, do that. Literally forget about what man has to say. Just forget about it, bro. Do you. And do what the Spirit tells you. And follow the word. Alright, follow the word. Make sure it lines up with the word. Alright? But at the end of the day, what you need to do is keep it simple. Even your videos, you know, even YouTube videos, keep it simple. Don't be like, oh, how to make this video the most, blah, this video the most marketable video or whatever this, make people like it. Just make it. Just make the video you want to make and then upload it and leave it at that. Oh, today you have to go do something that you don't want to do. Go do it. Gotta go work. Oh, you gotta go work today. Go. Oh, you gotta work on that thing you want to work. You don't want to work on a project or something that's like, you know, building the stairs or something. I don't know. Oh, gotta do that. I gotta go sweep the patio. Oh, I guess I'll go do it. Like, come on, bro. Don't even think about it. You know why. You know the exact reason why you're doing the thing you're doing. You know why it's important. You know why this is more important than doing the alternative, which is probably either not doing that or doing something else that's not as good as doing that thing. So if the other thing was better, then you would just do that then. Do the thing that you know is obviously good, because now your mind is simply focused in the spirit, as I said in that video. Now that it's simply focused in the spirit, you know what things are fulfilling the spirit better, and you are now going towards those things, and you know that those things are the right thing to do. So just do them. Don't overthink it. You know what you have to do. Just do it. And that's what I'll say. I kind of like put a lot of stuff into this video. I'm a little tired. I'm just kind of rambling on, and I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video. I'm not even going to like say any outros. I'm just gonna kind of like end it.